going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I got some cool footage today. It's actually footage for a different video I'm working on, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be like a year and a half before that actually comes out. But this is just a little piece of it. So basically we're trying to rip the second story off of a two-story building. And yes, we wanted to level the place, but the Historical Society will not allow that. So we had to keep the first floor. So we have this crew out there with a big machine, you know, and he's telling me I need to get a chainsaw and cut the top half of the house into chunks. I'm like, the shingles, the nails, like, we're just gonna dull a chainsaw blade. It's gonna be pointless. He's like, no, you gotta get a chainsaw. So I went and got a chainsaw. We started cutting, dulled the blade, and I'm like, we didn't even get through, like, not even a third of the house, and chainsaw blade completely destroyed. I'm like, dude, just use the machine and just whack chunks off carefully, and I'll show you which walls you need to pull and which walls you need to push so that it breaks off clean, because I know how the thing was framed. I looked at the framing and I knew how it would come apart. So he starts with this big wide bucket and he starts pushing and it's not working. I'm like, dude, get the other bucket, the one with the teeth. You dig in. I'm like, you got the grabber thing too. Use the grabber and grab shit and pull it off the house. So as soon as they switched the bucket, man, it was just straight carnage, man. Check this out. Here you go. Oh yeah. There it is. Excellent. That's awesome. I would have them go halfway, then stop, then come halfway up this side. And then pull the roof down. Stop there. So I'm not completely crazy. As you can see, I'm standing around the stairs. That's like the safest area to be in. A lot of beefy structure up through there. I wasn't worried about getting you know, taken out there. And you can see I'm kind of directing them on what to take out. So I'm communicating to the boss of the other company, and he's on the phone with the guy in the machine, directing, like, okay, this wall needs to come, but you need to pull it. Don't push it sideways. It needs to be pulled in one direction so you don't break the floor joist. The two side walls didn't matter. They could pull on them any way they wanted to. But the front and back wall had to be pulled in a certain direction, or we would have caused more damage. But it went pretty good overall. Yeah.
It's a full demo, don't do the house.
I know. have a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna put it on there. So I tell you what, guys, it's always a battle between what the boss thinks is the right thing to do, even though he doesn't care if, you know, you're going to be outside working when it's 12 degrees outside and there's a foot of snow on the ground. So I'm always kind of thinking of stuff like that. And you'll hear me say in the video that I think it was a complete waste of time demoing all of the stuff on the second story when we had a machine that could have just came in and just took it off. Because we were there for like a week and a half doing it, and it's like, well, we had the machine come and just do it, right? So I was like calling the boss, I'm like, dude, let's just, And he didn't want to do it yet. He was like, no, I want to leave the roof. I want to leave everything because we have a lot of work to do on the first floor in the basement. I'm like, dude, we're doing underpinning. We're underpinning the foundation. We're putting in new beams. Wouldn't it be easier with a lot less weight on top of us? Let's take that second story off now. Plus, it's January 12th, 2024. We're in the middle of winter and it's 54 degrees out. Let's do it now and just put a tarp over the first floor. If we get a cold snap, we'll throw the kerosene heater on and we can demo the first floor and do the basement underpinning. And then we don't have to freeze our balls off. And he's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, great. I'm glad I could talk some sense into you. There it goes. Whole lot of manpower saved. God, what a waste of time it was demoing inside. We were inside for like a week or two, like removing cement board in the tub, and what a waste of time. Should have just did this. And just like that, second story is gone. Nice. That saved a lot of manpower. And don't forget, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, head on over to my merch store. I'll leave a link in the description. It's all really good quality stuff. Now, there's all kind of goodies here, man. And there's more to come. Way more to come. We got Duke's favorite food bowl, big fluffy blankets, drawstring bags, shorts, beanies, zip-up hoodies, working class work skin, mugs, Camelback water bottles, t-shirts, bug-out bags, lady shirts, and a stock list book, because there's nothing worse than writing your stock list down on a piece of cardboard, but we do it if we got to. Thanks, guys. So here's the thing, guys. If you think politics hasn't made it into the field of construction, you are so wrong. It has. And I never used to notice this stuff when I was younger, but the older I get, like, it's so obvious, man. It's so obvious. Especially in the richer neighborhoods. You go to the poor neighborhoods, you go to the ghetto, zero politics. You go to, like, Texas, you go to a red state, zero politics. You come to Boston or a very wealthy Democrat town, tons of politics. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican watching this. You tell me. You tell me. And I am all about preserving history as much as you are. Don't rip statues down. And I'm all about saving the environment. Right? I noticed that in construction. We used to be able to put everything in one dumpster, but not anymore. We have to separate, you know, regular wood waste from, what do they call it now? Not biodegradable, but, you know, organic waste. That's what it is. We have to separate organic waste, even though it's wood. Organic waste, we have to separate that from wood waste and trash. We have to separate bricks and concrete. That has to be separated. And I'm pretty sure concrete and bricks have to be separated. And chemicals and paint has to be separated. TVs and electronics has to be separated. Like, everything has to be separated. And I don't care. I think that's good. I'm in agreement with you. Like, I think that's a good thing. But this historical society thing seems a bit of an overreach, if you know what I'm saying. Because I thought we lived in a free country where you bought the place, it's yours, you can do what you want. I understand building codes, right? So some hack job can't come in and just do a hack job, and then you buy it thinking it's good, and then it caves in 6 months. I understand building codes. It's almost like Law and Order, correct? But the historical society thing is a bit of an overreach. Just a little bit. Because it was 4 months of litigation, all kinds of fees and fines, and you had to pay this guy, and that guy, and this guy. 4 months of litigation. And they decided, okay, well, all you have to do is save the front wall of the building. Okay? That's all you gotta do. What does that mean? It means you have to save the framing for the front wall. Not the sheathing, not the siding, not the windows, not the doors, not the insulation, not the drywall inside, just the framing. Which you won't see it once it's rebuilt. You're not going to see that framing. Do you know how much extra manpower, labor, gas, people traveling from their homes back to the job? It's a lot of extra labor and time and cost that goes into preserving that front wall. More carbon emissions, right? Because I'm like an hour and a half from the job site. So it's a lot more back and forth for me. I'm burning a lot more fossil fuels. It seems like it's a lot worse for the environment. The wood studs are biodegradable. The siding, the sheathing, all biodegradable. It would be so much easier and quicker and better for the environment to just go and build new. And I understand if you want to preserve like the same look in the neighborhood, well, great. We'll put the door and the windows and everything on the first floor in the same place. Problem solved. But it's new. And it will last. But no. You have to pay the fees, you have to pay the historical society, and you have to bow down to the Almighty. Come on, guys. You know, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. That is nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Because no one walking up that looks at that house from the street is going to go, wow, they did a really good job preserving history here. Look at that. But a statue or something, and they rip that down, and it's perfectly okay. I mean, does that seem a little crazy to you? I'm just saying. But yeah, anyways, I thought it'd be a cool video, nonetheless. You know, the footage of yeah. See you later.